Hey, it's Jabbo. Welcome to BrickTsar, your home for vintage Lego, which I will be doing more vintage Lego as we continue to organize the basement. So it's been a lifelong process of disorganization. So I'm slowly getting organized. I've actually parted out a lot of things into the Bricklink store. And speaking of my Bricklink store, I think it's Richard who asked he couldn't find the Bricklink store. And this is one thing that Bricklink needs to fix, or I think everybody universally would like Bricklink to fix, but not if it meant costing more in seller's fees. But it's the search feature is terrible on Bricklink. So, like with Google or a lot of different websites, you can type misspellings of words, but it kind of figures out what you're looking for. Not so much for Bricklink. And again, I think that would be, I don't know how complicated it is to allow for misspellings in search. But yeah, if you don't type the part exactly right, exactly as it's described, it won't find it. I did learn years ago from Clutch, Bricks on the Dollar, that if you didn't know all the digits on a part, you could put an asterisk, and then it would give you everything that had that exact phrase in it. So like if you, like 3626, I think that's a minifigure head. If you didn't know everything else, you could do 3626 asterisk and it'll show you every minifigure head. But if you knew a partial, thing like that, that's one way of searching. But anyway, I say all that because if you search BrickTsar, 2 words, you're not going to find my store. If you search Jabbo and it's not spelled right, you're not going to find my store. And when I say the word Jabbo, it's not completely obvious how it's spelled. It's spelled Jaabo, and it's pronounced Jaabo. Some people might look at it and say, "Why is that not Jabo?" That's what my brother. That's the name I was given. And that's the way they pronounced it. And it reminds me of the Chick-fil-A game. I was going to do a video, but they've been doing better at Chick-fil-A, so I go to Chick-fil-A all the time. And they ask you, what's your name? Well, I don't ever say Jabbo. I say my legal name, which is Joseph. And I just love collecting the labels of how many different ways they spell it. There's so many different ways. But yeah, so anyway, the point is, to find my Bricklink store, if you are looking for that, if you just want to look and see what's in there, it's in the description below, or it's on my homepage. Those are the easiest ways to get it now. Of course, in the description, there is a ton of things, so I know that's aggravating. I'm terrible at promoting myself, but I do have it on my About page, and it's in the description of almost every video. Not every video, but almost every video. All right, so thank you for asking that, and yes, it is hard to find. Another question I got from Robert is, have I built the roller coaster? No, I haven't. I really should build this. I don't know if I build it. The thing with roller coasters, once you build them, you really better have where you're going to put them in mind. And I still got the other one up there on the top shelf, which isn't really the good place. So that's one of the main reasons I haven't built it. But if my son was here and he said he wanted to build it, I would say, go ahead and build it. But I did build the succulents. Pretty easy build. I built it while watching Cobra Kai. I only got through like an episode and a half, so it was a pretty quick build, even though it was 711 pieces. Smaller than I thought it was, but a really nice set, and I'm going to be putting that in my office. All right, so this video is not a haul. Nothing in this video is new. Well, I take it back. I already had the roller coaster. This is not, I should say this is new to me, but this is not a haul. This is, I'm calling for a friend. So a friend of mine picked this up at Target years ago at 50% off clearance. It's the Republic refrigerator. I was listening to talk radio the other day, listening to sports, and one of the guys on the show, he used to play for the Eagles, Philadelphia Eagles, and he went to the doctor, and they were like, say words that begin with F. I forget the reason why they're doing this test with him. He had to say words that started with F, like friend, foe. I thought he was going to say Philadelphia, but no, he said refrigerator. Refrigerator. That's what he was laughing about, because it's refrigerator. But I think down here in the South, I think we say refrigerator. I think we leave off the refrigerator. But this is the Republic refrigerator, And so he wants me to sell this for him. And I want to ask you what the best way to do that. Now this is sealed in the box, which this pulls a pretty hefty price on eBay and on Bricklink now. But it's not a perfect box. And I always hate selling sealed sets when there's imperfections, because you got to make sure you note them. Because some people want that pristine box. There's that one guy that's trying to collect every Star Wars set in a pristine box, not just a sealed box, or a pristine mint sealed box, which you have no idea what the condition is on the inside. So I don't understand that either. I mean, I can understand having it, because if you're just going to have it on the display, you'd like the box to be nice and not all dinged up. But the instruction manual and the stickers, if this thing has stickers, it's going to be all crushed inside here. You can hear it sliding around. But anyway, and it's got this crease. It's got a crease on it. Not the guy from Cobra Kai. But sealed set. And then this one I own also, but this is his copy, my friends. And this is the Bounty Hunter Assault gunship. The wrong gunship. The box. This is the box bloat era. This is a decent sized box, but it's only 389 pieces, and it's very light. This is a very light set. I mean, it's mostly air in this box. So this one's not as valuable as this, and these are both from, I think these are Star Wars stuff that I don't know nothing about. I mean, it's got Yoda in it, but I don't think this is from, is this like Clone Wars? Yeah, it's got a clone on there. So isn't that what they do? Put clone? So yeah, that's not my cup of tea. I do have a personal copy of this one sealed still, but I'm going to sell these for him. So my question for you, it's usually not good to part out older sets, because usually they have the sealed price kind of outweighs it. Now there's probably more exceptions to that than anything, because I have parted out 20-year-old sets that the part out value is higher than the sealed set value. This one, but both of these are kind of close, the part out value versus the sealed set value. So what should I do? Should I part them? Now, if I part them out, basically, I'd part them out at a certain price, give him his money up front, and take my smaller cut, and just have to wait for people to buy this stuff, which could take years. But again, these are probably heavily weighted in the minifigures. So you sell the minifigures, you get most of your money back. But I don't know. Should I sell these sealed? Maybe I should try selling them sealed. But I hate I've had problems with eBay. And this is such a big box. If I was to ship it even close in the U.S., it would probably cost $40 or $50 to ship. I don't know. I'm guessing. If somebody bought this in California, I'm probably looking at, $50 to ship this. This one probably wouldn't be as bad, because it's basically air. I could probably throw it and they would get it. But what do you think? So I think the part out value is around $150 for this, and around might even be $600 on this. I forgot, but that's hard to believe. I mean, after all this time. So I got to decide, probably the most logical thing to do is try to sell them sealed. But I just hate shipping boxes. And I had another thing. Oh, I got a new, get my list here. New BBI member. I want to thank all the channel members. You get early access to all videos at the BBI and above level. A-Fool level, we do occasional members only videos. And Czar level gets everything at the previous levels and occasional access to the A-Fool podcast as we record it. I'm working on getting the chat fixed on Zoom. I don't know where my chat button went on Zoom. It's like it's not there. I log into other Zoom accounts and the chat button's there. I've tried to enable chat, but it just doesn't seem to show up. Maybe I need to create a new stream. But yeah, I want the people that are watching the A-Fool podcast live be able to ask questions or chat. We're thinking about also maybe just putting y'all in the StreamYard there. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily mean that you're on the video, but you'll be able to chat to us on the StreamYard. As this is not, it's filmed before a live studio audience, but it's not live on YouTube, if that makes any sense to you. But the newest member we got in the BBI level is David West. If you don't know who David West is, that's DNA Bricks. received questions from him before, and he is a proponent of the many worlds theory, of having the quickly uploading parts as fast as you can, which is an excellent way to get a lot of sales, because I do find that even when I'm uploading a few parts, you get more sales when you're putting new parts in your store, especially if people have email notifications. So it's weird because you could have a part sitting in your store and nobody knows it, but you could take that part out and then you could upload it as a new part, and then they get notified of it. So yeah, I don't understand it all, but so what, from my understanding, what TheyMightBeBricks David, what he does is he gets a group of parts, uploads them. They're all in like one drawer or container, and he just puts them in the store, and they're, boom, you're done. You're not taking the time to put the part with the other drawers that have that same part. Like, say he's doing 2x4 red bricks. He may have 2x4 red bricks in 10 different drawers. But the next time he uploads a set or a bulk lot that has 2x4 red bricks, they're going to be in that drawer, the quantity that he has for that drawer, and he uploads it, and he doesn't have to take the time to take the dozens of different parts and go to each drawer, which is indeed time consuming. I think it's just shifting the time to the picking part of it, and I think in the early part of his store, you know, it's probably not that big a deal. Like if somebody ordered 100 2x4 red bricks and they were in 10 different drawers, yeah, you can pick them. That's your sorting. That's probably less time consuming than putting them away. So I can see that too. But I think to scale as the store grows, I think once it gets to where you got it in 100 different lots, then you could have somebody, all they want is 2x4 red bricks, and you got to go to 100 different drawers to get them. That's what I think it could potentially lead to. We should get on and have a discussion with TheyMightBeBricks. He has asked to do that, either his channel, my channel, whatever. It is. I would say this: the results cannot be denied. He's in the top 50 on Bricklink, because if you're in the top 50, you get on the home page of sellers. You have to have, I don't know, it says volume of sales, so I don't know what they mean by volume, is number of items or the dollar amount. I'm always assumed it was the dollar amount that you sold. So to be in the top 50, that is a good accomplishment, and it is a testament to uploading quickly. But I would suggest, in your downtime, like if you don't have any sales for some reason, consolidate lots. It's just if you're doing wanted lists, it can cause you to duplicate things possibly, and it's hard to search with the way I search, and I may be in the minority in the way I search Bricklink because I'm old school. I've been doing Bricklink since it started as BrickBay, and I am slow to change and adapt to newfangled ways of doing things. So it could be me being a boomer, I guess. Is that what they call it, or is it? What am I, just an old guy? Anyway, yeah, let me know what you think, and I'm going to get back to work. So, yeah, I'm going to get this stuff ready to sell. It'd be helpful if I don't just drop it everywhere. Not building that anytime soon. I'm almost to 500,000 parts, but I had a big order today. That's the great thing, is you add things, you're trying to build up to a certain part amount, and then somebody places an order, and you're almost like disappointed. I'm not disappointed, but it's just, that's the challenge of growing a store is, yeah, people buy stuff, which, dang, who knew people would actually buy stuff? I'll see you guys.